I am the vine, and you are the branches. Last week, we heard that Jesus said he is a good shepherd. And this week, Jesus said he is a true vine, and we are his branches. I like this homily because I feel so secured whenever I hear it. He always gives us, nourishes, and right protection. I like it so much, so I made something. This is the chalice that I will use forever in terms of my priesthood. When I started making my chalice, I opened the Bible first. What theme I'm going to use for my chalice, and I found this gospel message. Jesus is the vine, and we are his branches. As you can see here, the vase, this is a cross. And at the end of all the tips of the cross, it has some, I don't know if you can see, this is a lilies. It represents the purity of Jesus Christ and his chastity. And then the vine tree comes out of the cross and it grows up like this. It's a little bit spirals. And then it goes up to all the branches. Jesus is firmly rooted into his sacrifice. He knows that he's going to sacrifice himself for us. And that's why I made this cross as the base of this vine. And then what comes out of the vine tree is all the branches. You see all the small branches, right? And then it goes like some has a thinner, some has stronger branches. It is like us. Some has more faith, some has strong faith, and some has weaker faith. But it doesn't matter as long as we are his branches. And it has all the holes too. These holes mean that we commit sin. We have weakness because we are human. Every time we try not to commit sin, but it's not easy. But it doesn't matter as long as we remain in Jesus. He will nourish us. He will give us right nutrition for our growth. This is the theme of my chalice that I have thought when I started making. I don't know if it's beautiful or not, but I'm pretty much satisfied. Today, we heard that Jesus Christ several times mentions that he is a vine and we are his branches. What does it mean? What does the vine means and branches mean? We can find the meanings from the second reading that we heard. St. Paul said, we should believe in the name of his Son, Jesus Christ, and love one another, just as he commanded us. This is how we can remain in Jesus Christ. As long as we try to love each other, that is the time we remain in Jesus Christ. Whenever you go to school, whenever you are at home, it is a time that you have to fulfill the commandment that Jesus Christ has given you. Life is not easy, as you can see all the holes in my chalice. These small holes, defects, all things. It is sometimes hard to love somebody. Imagine when you go to school, your classmate constantly bother you, and what are you going to do? Are you going to punch him, kick him, and yell at him, go away? Is that the way you love your neighbor? Or you try to understand him or her, that you ask her, what's wrong with you? Can I share about your problem? Something like that. Gently asking some questions and trying to reach out to your neighbor. That's the way you love your neighbor. As I said, as long as we try to love each other, it is the way we remain in Jesus. As we celebrate this Sunday, it's a Sunday, a fifth Sunday of Easter season. We should remember that Jesus asked us to love each other as He showed us how to love. Through His sacrifice, He offers His blood so that we can receive the everlasting life. We are His branches, so that we have to bear fruit. Our fruit becomes the glory of God, and it changes into the true blood of Jesus Christ. It is our effort, and Jesus receives our effort as long as we remain in Him through our love.